What I want to talk about is two things that high achievers don't do that keeps perpetuating their anxiety. First things first, the number one reason, and it may seem like such a no-brainer, but the number one reason why high achievers, overachievers keep perpetuating anxiety is because they are not taking care of themselves. They're not taking care of themselves first and putting everyone else before them, putting everyone else's needs before them. And the thing is, it's really, really simple, okay? Anxiety comes from your body, okay? It comes from your body, within your body. And if you are not taking care of the very, very basics, you are going to feel more anxious because you as a human, you are a biological, physical, energetic, emotional, mental, spiritual being. If you don't even take care of your very, very basic needs, you're going to start to fall apart. You're going to be less resilient. You're not going to have the very basic things that you need to operate and function like a normal human, which is going to make you constantly spiral out and be acting out in feelings of anxiety and panic and things like that. Okay. So when I say you're not taking care of yourself and putting everyone else first, I'm literally talking about basics like getting enough sleep, drinking water throughout the day, eating breakfast. I cannot tell you how many high achievers come to me. They don't even eat breakfast. They just wake up, they roll out of bed in the morning. First thing they do is they start checking their phones and start checking their emails. They have 2 cups of coffee. They don't even eat anything until it's almost noon, you know, or they eat like half of a banana. And it's like, oh my God, no wonder you feel so fucking anxious. You haven't even taken care of your most basic needs. You literally rolled out of bed, didn't check in with yourself at all. And you're already off to the races to answer emails and take care of everybody else. And you've barely even giving yourself a glass of water. You just brush your teeth, wash your face, hit the fucking Nespresso. At least, you know, that's what I do after I take care of my basics, of course, you know, and you start drinking coffee. So when you don't take care of your basics, your body is literally just from a very, very basic physiological, energetic, psychological place, you're gonna feel that sense of anxiety all the time. And I know it seems so simple, but seriously, if you're not even taking care of the basics, this is probably one of the main reasons why you are perpetuating anxiety. Okay, the number 2 reason, well, there's a lot of other reasons, but here's one other reason why high achievers continue to perpetuate anxiety. It's because they are not doing this. And what most high achievers don't do is that they don't ask for all the details or set boundaries before taking projects on. Why is that? Here we are as high achievers. We're so eager to say yes and just take everything on because we want to be seen as the best. We want to hit that promotion. We don't want to be passed up. We want to make sure that they see us as a high performer and they see us as reliable. We don't want to be passed up for assignments and projects and opportunities. So we just say yes. We don't even ask for the details. We're like, yes, yep, I'll do it. I'll do it. Next thing you know, you don't ask for these details. You're not setting any parameters or any expectations. And then you end up overwhelmed. You're working hours that you shouldn't be working. You're answering emails and, you know, and you're working on projects way into the evening. You're pulling an all-nighter for a project that you don't have to pull an all-nighter for. And then you end up totally burnt out and then maybe even resentful, right? Because you're stuck doing something that maybe you don't even want to do, or it ends up taking away more energy and bandwidth that you anticipated. See, that's on you. That's something that you are not doing. And because you are not asking for those details and because you are not setting those boundaries, you're getting stuck now, feeling overwhelmed, feeling burned out, and having a million things to get done on top of all of your normal responsibilities. And then you're just on that hamster wheel of anxiety. And this is why we end up with so much looming anxiety all the time. And then we don't even realize it. It's because of all these little things that add up throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month and year and so forth. So now let's go a step deeper. What can you do about it? Well, we do all of these things in the first place, or rather we don't do all of these things in the first place because we have our own deeper underlying fears of rejection and not feeling good enough. So because of our own like upbringing or whatever narratives we may have or whatever fears we may have, because we're running on autopilot and we're running on that auto programming, we don't even realize that we just abandon ourselves. We don't take care of ourselves. We just take on projects without asking all the details because we're actually being driven by this deeper underlying issue that we have around never feeling good enough, being afraid of rejection, being afraid that, we're not going to be seen, or being afraid that we're not going to be valued. And so then we do all these things and we constantly compromise ourselves. And then we are on that hamster wheel of anxiety until you get to the root of these narratives. Until you get to the root of these narratives and these issues and these stories, you're always going to be on that hamster wheel of anxiety. It really is that simple. A lot of times our anxiety is not coming from these like crazy deeper, like, I don't know where this is coming from. It's usually just showing up in the things that you're not doing. And it's oftentimes really as simple as you not taking care of yourself, not setting boundaries, not asking for details before you take projects on, and so forth. If you would just do that, then you would have so much less anxiety. But then you don't end up doing that because you're not addressing your underlying root issues around you not feeling good enough and all of your fear of rejection. You see? So in order to truly get to the bottom of your anxiety, you have to actually start taking care of yourself. Yes, you have to start asking for details and start setting boundaries, but you also have to get to the root of this deeper underlying programming that is driving you to keep behaving in this way. And that is when somebody like me comes in, okay? That is what I do with my clients. We get to the underlying stories. We get to the root of it. We get to the bottom of these limiting beliefs. We get to the bottom of where this all comes from. That way you nip it at the root, and then we slowly start to reverse the way that we show up. And the next thing you know, my clients who have had years of anxiety reverse that shit in weeks, in days, in months, right? 15 years of anxiety off of medication. So I can give you all these texts and tips and tricks and all that, but until you get to the root of it all, you're just going to be patching it up and you're just going to be band-aiding along the way. So if y'all want true freedom, if you want to tap into your true potential and really take yourself to the next level, you got to do the inner work, okay? And that's when somebody like me comes in. So if you're ready to take that next step and you're ready to like for real, do something about your anxiety, and for real, do something about all of your fear of rejection and your feelings of never feeling good enough, then holler at your girl, DM me, drop something in the comments, tell me that you want a free training from me. I will show you the way. I will show you how you can get started so that you can set yourself free from all this anxiety and just be the happy, actualized, realized, best version of yourself that you know that you are meant to be. Okay. All right. So what are your takeaways? Let me know what you heard me say, and I will hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace.